morning, YouTube. Stevie here. Ooh, it is 7 o'clock, August the 8th. A little cooler today. First day for the flannel. I like cool weather. So, but unfortunately, we're only going to have a few days of it, and then it's going to warm up again next week, I think. And still dry in northwest Indiana. We got a little bit of rain, but not nearly enough over the last week or so. I am in the DDG line. No corn today. By the time I got back from Albion, Michigan, running that Portland and Albion, I didn't have enough time to get to Grant Park to get me a load of corn. Not good. I mean, not terrible. I don't mean like that, but it just wasn't optimum. I'll just say it that way. They took a couple hours to get me unloaded over there in Portland, Michigan. He was transferring a product, is what he was doing. So that was no good. And then I go over to Albion, and I waited. There was 3 trucks in front of me at the DDG line, and heck, they took 20 or 30 minutes. They weren't loading anybody. I don't know if there was some kind of problem with the product coming out, or because I heard him on the radio say, "We got product rolling out, guys. I'll get you loaded right away," which he loads pretty fast over there. So once he got rolling, it wasn't very long, 45 minutes, not even, probably 30 minutes to load all 3 of those trucks. And there was a couple 3 behind me, so that had kind of piled in there while I was waiting. And these guys over here in South Bend, they don't do a bad job of loading DDGs either. The only glitches on that side is if they're loading a rail car, because I don't think, I'm looking at their deal now, I don't think they can do both at the same time. So they're either loading trucks or loading rail car. They can't do both. And this truck in front of me actually went around me. It's kind of confusing because you're parked out on the road and there's some construction and you can't really get up close to the gate to see. I guess they kind of got like a light deal where, and now they got a radio that's supposed to be working better, but CB radio. So like you stay in line, even though I was empty, there's only one line. So you stay in that line when they first open up until the corn side fills up. Then they're going to get on the radio and say, DDG trucks come around, and then we can go around the corn trucks until the corn trucks are lower, and then we can stay in line again, kind of a deal. Anyway, this guy come around me. He's got a Michigan train, so it'll take him just a little bit to get loaded because he'll get 8 million pounds. When he come around me, I thought, I don't quite have this code figured out yet, so I was asking the gate guard, or the guy that checks me in. Very nice fella. Well, there's a couple fellas there. They're both very nice, but they're whipping right through the corn this morning here in South Bend. They were closed yesterday they had to do some maintenance on something or another. I was hoping to get back with that load of corn today. It's not looking very promising. I need to see how long they're open. I didn't see it. I can call my broker, he'll know. Otherwise, I don't know, I'm just kind of rambling on about nothing today. Not much happening really in the world. Yesterday was a long day. I don't know. Now that was kind of a weird deal the way yesterday went, but I barely got over to Joliet G4 in time, and thank goodness there wasn't hardly anybody in line. Otherwise, it could have been a problem. I called ahead of time, called my broker, and he called them and asked. They said, nah, he should be okay. But boy, just when you're running close on time, it seems like every single thing mucks you up. I don't know, but I don't know that I want to run those. It doesn't make sense to run that further load. I mean, it's more money. It's to do that turn is about 1,400. I guess it's still worth it. I was gonna say, but if I lose my corn load coming back, that's 300. So that makes it down to 11. And with the more miles, it's not that much. It's a little bit more. A couple hundred more to run over there. Compared to just running a load of my normal loop. So my normal loop pays about $780 a day, $750, $780 a day, and that one pays $1,400. But if I lose the corn load, you got to take that 300 off. So now we're down to 1,100, and it's a fair bit more miles. Maybe it's still worth it. Probably 300, even without the corn load. Ideally, though, I get the corn load, so I'll run it again. Although the one bad thing about it is you have to bounce across 94 in Michigan from Lansing, kind of. 94 is a disaster. So much traffic. Oh, so much traffic. And everybody's trying to get around each other. It's kind of like running 65 from Indy to Chicago. 2-lane. You got a lot of container. I don't know if you got so much container. Yeah, you did have quite a few container haulers. And then you got a lot of mega carrier trucks that are governed about 62 or 63. So everybody's jockeying to try to get around all the time. And a gazillion cars. What I should do is just set the cruise at 60 and let everybody pass me and not worry about it. But yesterday I was in a hurry. Like I said, I barely got back to G4 in time. But that's okay. My Ethereum crypto is up a little bit today, which is good because it's been down for the last 2 weeks. And the only stock I own right now is a DraftKings, and it's way off too. Not way off, but a little bit off. I was looking at some of the ag sector stocks. They've been beaten up pretty good this last little bit as well, but I think they're going to get beat up a fair bit more before it's done. So I don't think we've quite gotten close to the bottom on like ADM and Bunge and stuff like that. I'm going to look into seeing about options, because those aren't as expensive, and then I can sell a put or buy a put, I guess is what you do. Sell a call, buy a put, and let that thing drop a little bit more, because the farm economy is not going to be a turnaround until next year probably, if there's some kind of a glitch or weather scare or something to tighten supplies. And right now we're looking at a monster crop. Although if we get a monster crop and the corn price drops, that might be better for them in terms of profitability. So yeah, maybe that I have to rethink this a little bit. What do you guys think? Is now the time to buy ADM and Bunge, or is wait for a little bit and see how much more room there is on the downside? Leave it in the comments below. Thanks for the new subs, everybody, and I appreciate it, and God bless, and we will talk again soon.